Method of separation using the separating funnel. When a mixture of two immersible liquids is left undisturbed, two layers are clearly seen to have formed. The heavier of the liquid remains below and the lighter liquid floats in it. Two liquids in a mixture can be separated by making use of this property. You must have seen this in daily life. If at all there's some oil or petrol which has leaked on the roads, you can see during the rainy season the layer of oil floating on the water. Or at home you must have seen in the gravies, that oil droplets floating on the water. Why does that happen? It happens because oil is lighter than water, and so oil comes up on the surface and the water goes down. So if you wish to separate two liquids which are not miscible in each other, for example water and oil, they are not miscible in each other, so you can separate them by a separating funnel. So here it is shown: pour a mixture of kerosene and water into a separating funnel with its stopcock closed. Close the stopper. Fix the separating funnel firmly on a stand. Leave the mixture in the funnel undisturbed for a while. You observe that water will remain below and kerosene will float on it. And now if you wish to separate kerosene from water, what you can do is, without shaking the funnel, remove the stopper, open the stopcock to collect the water at the bottom of the funnel in a beaker. Close the stopcock when all the water is collected in the beaker. Now, kerosene and water can be separated like this. So, if you wish to separate two immiscible liquids, then the method of separation that you can use is separating funnel. Method of centrifugation. Turbid water, ink, milk, buttermilk, blood are mixtures of liquids and insoluble solids. When turbid water is kept undisturbed for a while, the soil particles in it slowly settle to the bottom. The particles of milk or ink, however, do not settle even on being left undisturbed. This is how the particles of the solids in such mixtures, being very tiny and light, remain evenly distributed in the liquid. These particles cannot be separated from the liquid even by the methods like filtration or settling. So how will you separate such particles from the liquid? In the laboratory, a centrifuge machine is used to separate solids from a mixture of a liquid and solid. It consists of a disc which rotates like a fan at great speed. There is a provision to attach test tubes at the rim of this disc. When the tubes attached to the disc rotate at high speed, a force is generated which pushes the particles away from the center. As a result, the solid particles in the mixture in the test tubes collect at the bottom of the tubes and are thereby separated from the liquid. So, in this method, where you cannot separate the solids and liquid just by filtration, but you have to churn them. Like you must have observed, your mother must be removing butter from buttermilk. So what she has to do, she has to do a lot of churning, or she uses a mixer grinder for that. Now what does the mixer grinder do? It will churn the buttermilk. What happens in that case? If you consider the pot of the mixer, you must have observed that the particles, when the mixer rotates, the blade rotates, the particles are thrown on the wall of the pot. So it means the particles are thrown away from the center, and at one point of time they get separated because of this churning, and you get butter from the buttermilk. So centrifugation is the method of choice in such case. Next, the method of chromatography. If two or more substances are dissolved in small proportions in the same solution, these substances are separated from each other by means of chromatography. This method is used in pharmaceutical science factories and scientific laboratories for detecting new ingredients and for identifying and separating components of a mixture. So here what you can do is take a filter paper, put a spot of ink on it. You can do this at home, and put the filter paper where you have spotted the ink in a beaker with water in it. Okay, you can take a glass at home. So the spot of ink should just get dipped into the water, and the strip of paper should remain above the water. Slowly, what you observe is that if there are two or more constituents of different colors in the ink, they will be seen to have risen to different heights due to their different colors and thus appear distinct from each other. So, this experiment can be done using a chalk stick instead of a filter paper. In this method of separation called chromatography, two properties of substances are used. These are the solubility of the substance in the solvent that moves up and the ability of the substance to stick to the stationary filter paper. These properties are mutually opposite and are different for different substances. As a result, all the components of the mixture do not rise all the way to the upper end of the filter paper but remain behind at different heights. Thank you.